Hello everyone, go ahead and connect to your loved one and let's go ahead and see what they have to say. I feel like this is going to be a more unique message, so this is still very collective, but for some reason I just feel like the loved ones that are here today have some very specific messages. So those who do not connect with this message, don't worry, I do a ton of mediumship messages and there's a ton posted that you can go back and look at as well. But let's go ahead and get our mediumship message today. Let's go ahead and connect to our loved one and see what they want to bring forward. What's the messages that they want to talk about today? All right, we have heaven and hell. And this is talking about the idea of heaven and hell. Like, they both exist in the physical and in the non-physical realms, but it's not heaven or hell, but it's more of a space of vibration of where you're at, where your frequency is, okay? And so obviously in the non-physical you can change your frequency, in the physical you can change your frequency, and that's what they're letting you know. I don't know if this person had a negative frequency, or this person, for some of you, this person, and this only goes for some of you, but there's somebody that's coming forward where it's like they had some very hard, heavy energy. And so maybe like deep down, like they were a good person to like the people that they loved, but they were a very hard shell on the outside, or maybe that they didn't make the best choices in life in general. And so you've always wondered like certain things. And this person's coming through and they're like in the non-physical, like there's so much evolving and so much that you do, and they're talking about your vibration specifically. And now this is for everybody. It's like your vibration specifically, it's time to elevate that. It's time for you to stay in a vibration of positivity, in that realm of connection with your angels, and not feeling that negativity, right? I keep feeling like don't let the devil win, like don't let that negativity overrule you. And sometimes when we're in a negative space, or you know, you're not seeing payoff for your work, it is so hard to keep going, no matter whatever this is in. If this is in a relationship with somebody, if this is in a home situation, a job, it's like you put in all this effort and you're not seeing any payoff, and it's hard. Sometimes we may not see something in the physical being paid off just yet, but it's like it'll be paid off. And I want you to keep that vibration high. If something has happened to you where it has really knocked your vibration low when it comes to a situation, right, where you're really insecure with relationships, trusting people, with work, if this is where you have a negative vibration somewhere in life and you're like, this is never going to happen for me, this is, well, whatever it is, it's time to switch that vibration, because it's that frequency in which we're hanging out in. And this could be where there's negative people in your vibration and it's lowering you, and it's time to get rid of them, okay? Let's see, we have awakening. It says this is a time for deep awakening for you. I am helping you out with this process, and purging and releasing you may do. You are not alone. And I was just saying that this could be like negative people in your vibration, where it's like you're letting go of some negative people, and maybe you're letting go of some negative situations. You're letting go of traumas that you've had in the past, okay? And with this person, for some of you, this person could have brought you some trauma, all right? With the message coming forward, and this is only for some of you, I feel like there could have been trauma with this person's passing, maybe what they've said to you in the past, and like there was trauma between the two of you. Not to say that there is no love there, right? Because I feel an overwhelming amount of love, but I feel like there was trauma at some point between something for some of you, okay? And this time, it's like a time for deep healing. It's a time for deep awakening and realizing what I need to release to go wherever I need to go. And sometimes forgiveness isn't forgiving the person, isn't forgiving the situation at hand. And this doesn't go just with this person that's coming forward. This is just in general, where it's like when you have to forgive, it's not forgiving the action. It's not forgiving the person. It's not forgiving the situation. You don't have to like this person after. You don't have to like this person's situation. You don't have to go back into the situation. You still don't even have to agree with whatever's happened, right? But when you forgive, you're releasing that burden that you were carrying on. And I will forever say this. When somebody else does something to you, okay, whether it's physically, whether it's mentally, whether it's emotionally, whatever this is, okay, it's like, I feel like they're projecting their hurt upon you, and you don't deserve to carry on a hurt that somebody else has caused you, right? And it's time to release that so we can evolve into something different. And we had 2 cards just pop on out, so we're going to see what these ones are. We have Lucky Surprises coming out. I love that that is coming out. And then we also have Year. A lot is going to change over the course of this year. Do not give up. And I love that that's coming out over Lucky Surprises. And I just feel like those who are called to this message or just felt like, I want to watch this. This message is for you so strongly, because there is so much that's about to change for you. With this awakening, I feel like this is more than just one little thing changing, right? I feel like sometimes we get set in a mindset, and this is what this person's coming forward and saying. We get set in a mindset, and we're so stuck at thinking, something can't happen for us, or you're not the type of person that can do this. If you're somebody who really wants to manifest something big for themselves, whether this is, a choice of living, a home, a job, a relationship, some emotional fulfillment, some mental fulfillment, whatever this is, I feel like there's something where you want to manifest something, and this person on the other side is encouraging you so much. And at the beginning, I feel like there was, I said something about where you might not see it happening in the physical right now, where things are changing in the physical right now. We have adapt coming, okay? We have master, ancestor, DNA popping out when this is adaption. So I'm going to come back to this because this just fell out. But I was saying at the beginning where if you don't see something being paid off in the non-physical or in the physical right now, I feel like there's so much being put to work in the non-physical, and there's something where it's like you're going to have this deep awakening, and you're going to have this major evolution and this major change within this next year. And we're coming towards the end of the year, and I feel like you kind of have your mind set on certain things, but you might not think that you can get there, all right? And with this adaption coming out, I feel like this is more of you realizing that you are creating your future. You have a choice where you can stay in this direction or you can stay in this direction, and your loved one is coming forward, and it's like, this is a strange message I'm getting from them. I feel like whatever this is, or maybe a choice of living, is kind of what you were raised upon, or what you're used to, or maybe this person wouldn't have made this decision. Okay, I did feel like a tough shell kind of at the beginning, and so with this person coming forward, I don't feel like they were somebody who would take a risk, or there's somebody who would, they're on this path and they're gonna jump to this path, or it's like there's something creative about you and that's what you want to put to work. There's something like that, right? This person's like, don't discredit yourself. Don't ever think that whatever it is that you're doing isn't good enough, or don't think that like you can't make it in whatever it is that you're doing. I just feel like be willing to change your mindset. There's something about the vibration that you hang out in. Be willing to change that. Be willing to adapt to something new. Maybe start every day with some affirmations while you're getting ready for work, or while you're, if you are somebody who works out, or if you're somebody who, has their morning coffee, or has a morning routine. Like, listen to this. I just feel like there's a success affirmation, or there's a love affirmation, or there's just some affirmations about changing your mindset to know, to be successful and have this awakening, or maybe even like focusing on your third eye. Let's go ahead and see. We have coach, we have mentor coming through, and that's your loved one. They're coming through. And then we have creativity, artist, and I said creativity earlier in the message, and so this is just confirmation from them. I feel like they're trying to show you something specific about yourself, or, and there's just something about like not giving up. Stay very courageous. Be very optimistic. This loved one coming through, and this could be male or female. For some of you, I have a very strong male coming through, and I want to say that this is like maybe a father, a grandfather, maybe a brother, a husband, a boyfriend, like something like that, because the love there is so strong. And they're looking at you and they're just telling you that whatever it is for you, and some of you may have just lost this person, okay? Some of you may have just gone through this loss, or it feels like so recent to you because there was so much love there, okay? This person will never leave your side, all right? Never leave your side. And it's like they are working with you to get to this big surprise and this massive change. In this next year, if there is something where it's like you have this really big kind of intuition to go a certain direction, or you really want to push yourself here, you kind of feel alone, there's some people that you have to release from your life to get to where you want to go, whatever this is, okay? It's like, do just that, because you're going to get to where you want to go. If somebody's not supporting you, it's okay, because you will find a different group. There's something that you are creating for yourself within this next year. And this is like some big goals, I feel, where you didn't think that you could get there. You didn't think that you were able to reach this goal, and your loved one is going to be right there with you. And for some of you, this person could be male or female, but those who are connecting to like a male, and there was like a lot of love there, I feel like he is standing and holding your hand, and it's like, I don't know, I see like kissing on the forehead, like there's so much love. And I don't know if the camera's moving or not, but it's like touching my legs, so if you guys see that. Okay. All right, so we have dreams coming through, Neptune, dreams. Okay, imagination, memories, subconscious, self-sacrifice, ideals, universal love, visions, meditation, spirituality, compassion, empathy. All right, fantasies. All right, so with this card coming out, all right, first of all, I want you to pay attention to your dreams right now. And this is in the physical and the non-physical, where if you were dreaming about this person, or maybe you're dreaming about your dreams and your goals and your hopes, I want you to kind of remember that energy that you're in. And this is like those positive dreams. If you're dreaming something about your dreams and it's like something happens really negatively, I want you to kind of recognize in the physical where that blockage is happening, why you feel so defeated, or where there is some insecurities, okay? For others of you, this is about your dreams in the physical, right? Where this is like some hopes, and this is coming out over the adaption, right? Dreams. I feel like there's a spot of kind of being more open, being very open to being, I don't want to say unrealistic, but it's like being more optimistic. There we go. Being more optimistic. Stop being so idealist, where it's like, well, how would I get there? It doesn't matter how you're going to get from A to Z. How are you going to get to A to B? Okay. And that's what you need to matter. And that's what you need to focus on. That's what matters right now. And I feel like you need to use your imagination, and you need to use, there's some spot about like being creative to get to where you want to go. And if you listen to this loved one, they're going to walk you through this. They're going to help get you there. Yeah, okay. So then we have third house, perception coming through. And this is the way that you're viewing things. This is the way that you're kind of here. Maybe this is too where you have a conversation with somebody. This could be something that you hear, something that you see that kind of sparks a perception change, where you see something a little bit differently than what you've seen before, especially with the dreams coming out and perception. I feel like there's going to be a change here where you're kind of looking at something differently, where you're like, okay, hold on, I'm kind of using my imagination here. Or maybe in your dreams you figure out where this blockage is, or you kind of are using that creativity. When I say imagination, it's like I'm using that creativity to kind of figure out how I can use my situation to get me to where I want to go. So it's like something about changing that that perception. And then I have Libra coming out, and so this goes two ways. And I always when Libra comes out, and sorry that the camera is crooked, we go through this literally every time, so I'm sorry to everybody who deals with this all the time. With Libra coming out, I feel like this goes two ways. For some of you, I feel like this is where you are such an idealist. And I was saying this in the beginning, right? Libra, the idealist. Sometimes you are such an idealist where it's like you can only see things from one direction. And you're like, well, this is what I want it as, and I can't, this to me doesn't make sense. I can't think this way because to me, how would I get to this spot when I'm in this spot? This doesn't make sense. There's no way. And for you, I feel like it's like change that perspective where you're going to look at it from a different way. You're going to kind of open up to some change. Also, for some of you, this is staying very headstrong. Do not settle into that self-doubt. Don't allow self-doubt to overcome you. Sorry for all my stuttering right now. Don't allow your self-doubt to overcome you in this time, because sometimes I feel like your emotions can get a little ahead of you, and this is where you kind of start to get worried, or you're like, well, maybe this isn't going to happen, because when you're just starting something out, or when you're not seeing the payoff right away, you get very nervous, and it's like, be very headstrong and kind of be more open to the idea of this happening. If this happened, and I want you to kind of live in this situation of like, it's already happening for some of you, okay? Now let's go ahead. Oh, this is such a long loved one message. I didn't know we were going on that long, so I apologize. Let me go ahead and just pull 4 tarot cards and see what else we have coming out. All right, so we have the 3 of Wands coming out, and this is about moving forward. So this is definitely, I feel like this is about moving your vibration into a different direction, and this is about moving, having some massive changes that come within this next year. Some of you could be moving or asking about a move to come forward for you, and your loved one is confirming that you do have a move coming in. And if you're like, well, how is this going to happen? How am I going to get to where I want to go? There's that lucky surprise. That's that Libra. Stop being such an idealist. Be a little bit more courageous, right? It's going to happen, this move that you're asking for. If this is a move in a job or in a relationship area, this move is happening. Do not worry about it. Stop focusing on, like A to Z. It's like focus on A to B, B to C, C to D. Like that's what I want you to focus on. It's like step by step, but you're definitely moving forward, all right? And this is to your vibration, where we're changing that vibration. We have the 7 of Wands coming out. Stand your ground. And this I feel more is, I mean, if this is about somebody not appreciating you, and it's like, you're trying to go a certain direction and somebody's not agreeing with you, it's time to release them, okay? If some situation is not lining with you anymore, it's again time to release it, because remember, we're going through an awakening, and sometimes you need to release and purge things out of your life to welcome in the new, and so you need to stand your ground in this, all right? Whether this is, and two, with yourself as well, you need to be open to looking at things from a new direction, all right? But then we have the 10 of Cups, and we're going to stop it there. We have the 10 of Cups, and that's the happiness, that's that fulfillment coming in, okay? And so your loved one wants to specifically talk about the next year, but I just feel like over the next few months, there's going to be some massive changes coming in for you, and I want you to be open to some new, adapting to some new things that are coming forward for you. I just feel like there is a lot of new that's to come in this next year. And watch out for signs from them, because they're definitely with you, all right? Also, if anybody is interested in booking a personal loved one message, my link to my Etsy is below, where you can book a personal with me. I'm sending you all lots of love and light. Take care.